Welcome back to DIY Willie, and today, well, it's the day I've been hinting at. We're working on Mighty, and we've got some work to do. We're starting taking off the parts. I've got the engine plate, carburetor, intake. I've even taken the kickstand off. The oil catch can is off. You know, we're just getting rid of the stuff in this area. I'm gonna go ahead and take the carburetor off and take the exhaust off, and probably get the seat off of there. And so let's talk about what we're gonna do. So what we're gonna do is cut the rear arms off and the seat supports, and then we'll put the seat supports back in this configuration, and on both sides cut off these extra brackets. And we're going to put a swing arm, and I'm looking at using Heim joints for the pivot points on the swing arm. Should work fine. And I got some 1 inch, or is it 3/4, I can't remember which, DOM tubing that will fit over the Heim joints. So we're going to extend it back about 18 inches, moving the whole center back. And yeah, I think it's going to be a nice project. So I'm going to set you up on a tripod and start taking parts off. That's our parts pile right there. Let's get this seat off. Okay, here's the burn seat, remember? See, this will drain the carburetor. Taking this screw out, I'll drain the carburetor and the tank if I leave this valve open. Oh, we're getting the carburetor off. Get the fuel line disconnected. And there's still some fuel in there. I'm not going to use this blue line going back on. I'll use proper fuel line. I don't like this. It gets too hard. Unscrew the throttle. Pull the slide out. There we go. Take the exhaust off. It's a 13mm on the bolts up here. Now we're going to start taking it apart. Cut the rear tire off. It'll give me some more room to get up in here and cut this stuff off. I want to save these triangulated pieces to reuse them when I relocate these supports. Well, once again, it got late on me. It's pretty dark outside, and well, I guess I'm at the point of no return now. I've already cut the rear suspension off, and well, yeah, I'm gonna start building the new one. This is gonna be in here something like this, and all I gotta do is make it strong enough to hold the weight of the bike. All right, guys, we'll get back to this project, but right now I'm calling it a night. It's late already and I gotta clean up. All right, taking a look here on Mighty, and now I'm gonna grind all these spots, get all the excess weld off, and figure out the angle I need to put these bars back on to support the seat. All right, so I'm gonna start grinding, and I'll spare you guys that detail. I'm just gonna do it off camera, and I'll come back to you when I am ready to do something. I've been working hard on this, and yeah, it looks good. I've got the new seat supports put in. I haven't finished welding anything, a little bit of gaps here and there, but that's all right. I'll weld them up. This is the bar going in where the Heim joints will go. Where'd the Heim joint go? Oh, something like this. Haven't quite got that figured out yet, but it'll have a Heim joint right here as a pivot point. So yeah, I'm working on it. I'll get it figured out eventually. I still got to take the frame apart, or take the engine out, the front forks off, and flip the frame over so I can finish the grinding on the bottom. I got some more filler plates I want to put in to stiffen it up anyway, and when I have it up where I can flip it around, I'll finish up the welding, and it'll look a lot better. So here we go. We're on our way to a swing arm. Looks pretty good, right? All right, I was just cleaning up, guys. I'm kind of tired. It's late on a Sunday. I'm gonna go in and relax. That's enough for tonight. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. So I'm using the original axle mount from the frame, and I've bolted them together like this so that I can shape them and they'll be the same identical shape on both sides. It's really hot right now, just been grinding on it. I'm going to use these to mount the swing arm to the frame, and yeah, I think it'll be really strong. As you see, I've already put a bar up here on the frame, and that's about between where the chain goes. So I'll weld these up here like this, in here like this, and yeah, I'll be able to mount my swing arm there. Then I'll put another bracket here somewhere. I'll figure that out once I get it all installed, and the support I need to get this bar also. This will box the frame in this area. I'll give it some more supports this way, and about wherever the bracket is that goes on this side of the swing arm bracket, well, you'll see what I'm talking about as I go along. Okay, I'm gonna get this cooled down, get it assembled with the Heim joints, and then fit it up to the bike. See if we can't tack it on there, get the bike leveled, and you know, get moving on. All right, so I've got my swing arm pivot point here made. I've got my table level. I've got my swing arm level with the new mounting brackets are the same. I've got the frame up here pretty level. The mini bike frame's level. This piece actually has a curve in it, so it's kind of hard to get it exact, but it's pretty damn good if you can see that. So yeah, this is going to be a nice project. So now I'm going to go ahead and cut the pipes that come here on both sides. They are going to have a little bit of a bend to them. I'll use my Harbor Freight bender, we'll show that later, to put that little bend in it. Not sure what the degree is, we'll have to figure that out. And I'll probably cut them at 22 inches long so that I have some excess on each side to make them the same. Then I need to make the wheel plate that will bolt to the pipe or the tubing to have this the chain of tight tensioner on it, and start welding everything together. All right, here we go. I'm gonna cut some pipe. Here's the pipe. This is 1 inch 120 wall DOM. I plan on cutting two 22-inch sections out of it and putting that slight bend in it. Don't pay attention to the tape marks. I was just using that as reference of where I needed to get the length and where the wheel was, and to try to figure things out. Probably won't go by that though, but it's there. Okay, let me get that pipe cut. So I've got a little bend in here now. It's kind of hard to tell in the pipe, or excuse me, this is tubing. So I've got a little bend in it. It's about a 4-degree bend, 18 inches from here up, a 4-degree bend. I actually bent it to 5 degrees, and when I release it, it relaxes to 4 degrees. I think that's going to be enough to get me my 9 3/4 dimension I want down here for the wheel spacing. Here's the pipe bender that I'm bending the tubing with set up. I've got my indicator there, degree indicator, to let me know where my bend is at. Whenever I use this, I always mark center. I have it marked on the bender itself right there, and then I'll mark up where I want the bend to be on the pipe or the tubing, and then I'll just go ahead and bend it up to 5 degrees. And then, like I said, when you release it, it will come back at about 1 degree right there. So you always overbend just a little bit, and I think that 4-degree bend will be perfect. Okay, let me get this one bent. We'll get it together and we'll see how it looks. Here we go. We've got the pressure on it. We've got it bent over to about 5 degrees, maybe a little bit more. On the center, it's between the two dies. Yeah, looks good. Go ahead and release it. And it goes to about 4 degrees. I don't know if you can see that. My light's dead, but it goes to about 4 degrees. And same as the other one. There, I've got my spacing figured out. At nearly 9 3/4 inches separation, center to center. That's where I would like to be. Yeah, I like how it turned out. It's gonna be pretty good, I guess. Now I do have excess here that I can trim out to bring my total dimension from here to back here will be 18 inches. So yeah, I've got excess material to work with, and I should be able to get it dialed straight in. But it's a good work in progress, I'll tell you that. I'm gonna go ahead and make the adjusters that will go at this end. I got to drill the 5/8 holes and make a slot for the 5/8 axle to slide in, because I'll have to adjust the chain also on the axle, I believe, at the wheel on the swing arm. So yeah, here we go. So definitely going along pretty good. I really like it. So I've got my drill press out. I've done the layout for the these slots for where the wheel will mount on the swing arm. These flat bar plate, I'll have them slotted with 5/8 slots, so that the axle will have 1.5 inches of movement to help tighten the chain. And there it is right there before I've made the slot. I got the 2 holes drilled, and yeah, I don't know what else to say. This will be the slots for the swing arm and the axle. The holes fit the 5/8 axle perfectly. So once I cut out the rest of this meat here in the middle and file them down, I'll have 1.25 inches or 1.5 inches of movement on the axle to tighten the chain, and then we'll come up with some type of bolt system that will hold the tension. So there's the next step. All right, guys, I'm going to end that video here. A lot of fabrication got done the last few days, and well, we're ready to start putting things on the bike, I believe. Just a few little small things I got to wrap up. I'll probably do that right now before I go in. But anyway, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy this build. We've been wanting to do this swing arm for a long time. And well, I'll see you next time. Bye.